Hi everybody, this is Diane. It is the rainy Thursday, very rainy day, and I'm about to have some fun. I just finished eating my lunch and I heard a thump on my porch, and then the mailman drove off. So I opened the door and there was a large box. I have a Happy Mail from Pam. Thank you so much, Pam. So I opened the large box and I can see lots of fun goodies in there. And we're going to go through it together. She said that she tried to share her stash with me, with a lot of it going along with some of the upcoming projects, because she asked me what I might have, what other themes I was collecting for and stuff like that. So this ought to be fun. So I just pulled this up so you'd have something to look at, although it's just, you can't really tell what it is, and neither can I. So let's find out what it is. Feels like wallpaper. Oh, isn't that pretty? It is definitely vintage wallpaper. I've never seen a pattern like that, and I think there's other designs in here too. There's something in the middle. Oh, look at that. What is in here, Pam? Oh, okay. So that's one piece. You know, I adore vintage wallpaper. So if that's what this is, a variety of wallpapers, that's awesome. Look at that. What else is here? Oh, that one's pretty. Love that color. Wow, Pam. Thank you for sharing your wallpaper with me. And it's fun that it's all rolled up together like that. What's this one? Oh, this is an Americana one. This is probably from the 70s, because Americana was big for decorating, early American style. That's cool. Ooh, some stripes and daisies. Oh, how pretty. Very sunshiny. This is really fun. And this looks like graph paper rolled up. Big sheets of graph paper. There's a couple of them here. You can always use large sizes of paper. And this is music paper, the piano roll paper. I've never seen it like this. I've always seen the brown craft paper. Let me see. Aw, you have to read it backwards because it goes up as it plays. My heart needs a plumber. I'm swinging on stars. I'm riding on rainbows. I'm bustin' with bliss, and I'll kiss your hand if this is not love. How are things in Glockamora? Aww. So that sounds like an Irish song. Well, look at the color of that, and it's not as fragile as the pieces that I've had. Nice, thank you. There's a long piece of that. Oh, I got the end piece too. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Oh, that's my favorite one. Tucked into the middle. I think that's the end. That's my favorite. I love that. Thank you so much. Oh, that's got to go on a book cover and tags, and there's a nice big piece here so I can make all kinds of stuff with it. Thank you so much. I'd be done right now, except there's a big box here next to me with more stuff in it. I see lots of fabrics. So I'm pulling out the laces that I see, the trims on top. That's really pretty. And some filet crochet. That is really pretty. There's roses in it. I think I want to make a tag with that, or some tags. Pretty lace. This is vintage. Oh, look at this. That's really pretty. Some dark orange. That's not a color you see very often. Pretty. And I like that it's not bright. And there's a big piece of that. And there's some navy. And a light blue. And that's wide. So there's a big piece of that. Maybe it's a couple pieces. Nope. Very pretty. I love all these laces. And then we have some, well, there's a little more lace here. There's this little gathered lace. There's two different ones. This one looks more yellow. And this is the same one that doesn't look yellow, but then there's a littler one here. So there's two different ones wrapped around that. And this definitely looks vintage. Very nice. I love vintage lace. Oh, look at that, Rick Rack. I have one more Christmas journal to make. I'm finishing up the large one that's like a domestic arts type of journal. Finishing that one all I have to do now is sew it into the signature. I'm going to do that today, but I have one more Christmas journal to make, so I might be able to use that. And then I've got some red Rick Rack here in a couple different sizes. And there's some gold, very little gold Rick Rack. And yellow gingham bias tape, and this is neat. I'm going to try to use this in this last Christmas journal. It's a small piece of that, so I'm going to see if I can use that. And then there's blue gingham. So I already have a red gingham piece, and I used some of that in the Christmas journals, but now I have yellow and blue. I love those gingham ones. And there's a pale pink lace, really pretty, and orange Rick Rack, and a tan color Rick Rack. Yep, that's what it says, tan. My battery light is flashing, so I'm just gonna move right along here. Ooh, I got some more pom-pom or yo-yos. Well, that's quite a variety of colors in that little piece, isn't it? I like to use yo-yos. Just a circular piece of vintage fabric. That's pretty. I love the little pieces of doily that you can just use as accents. How pretty. Look at that. This is, I think it's Battenberg lace. Oh, okay, I know what these are. These are goblet coasters. You would put the base of the goblet into this coaster. That's cool. But think of the things we could insert in there for our journals. Ooh, this is beautiful. I love this seafoam color. And it's wide. Oh, how pretty. Oh, I love that lace. And some fabrics. There's this pretty blue. These look like vintage. I don't know how old. I love that vintage design. And I love this blue. It's got a pattern pin to it. Look at the color. So pretty. What was it going to be? Well, this is a sleeve. It's an odd sleeve shape, but I love it. So it's two pieces of fabric. So that's a big chunk of fabric right there. Love that color. This one's pretty with the fruit. There's two pieces of that. Here's a snowman. I think I'll have to save this one for next year because I don't think this will go with my Hummel journal that I'm going to be working on. But I'll save that for next year. So cute with the sledding snowman. Holly Hobby was one theme that I told her I was saving for. So this fabric, this could go with either Holly Hobby or a farm theme because these are children feeding the farm animals. Or it looks like she's collecting eggs. That's not feeding them. That's cute. Oh, this is gorgeous. Woodlands was another one that she mentioned. So this is going to get put with my woodland stuff. Look how pretty. So that could be used, you know, as a fabric flip, but also to cut these things apart and use them in embellishments, clusters and appliques. And there's a good size piece here. Very good size piece. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love Pennsylvania Dutch. This is big. This is a big piece of fabric right here. Look at this. All these little designs. That is adorable. And the colors are beautiful. Getting some more stuff out of the box. Oh, she made it put a note on this one. This is Holly Hobby era colors. And in fact, I have a Holly Hobby book. I think the book itself is too big to make the journal out of, but the pages, I mean, it's my book from the 70s. And these are the colors that are in that book. So I see what you mean. Yes, I will set that with my Holly Hobby stuff. And these actually are the same colors too. Isn't that a pretty design? And here's a patchwork with some little children on it. With a rainbow. Look at that. That's really cute. With the rickrack dividing the patches. Oh, this is pretty. I might as well put this with my Holly Hobby stuff too, right? Because of the colors and the style of the flowers. I think it would go nice. Really pretty. Ooh, this is a patched piece. And it's flannel. That's gorgeous. And this definitely will go with my Holly Hobby stuff. I love this. I love the colors. I love that pattern. There's a pretty good size piece there. This is beautiful. Oh, I love roses. That is gorgeous. And I think it was a curtain. It's got backing fabric on it. And looks like it was cut. Beautiful. And there's some lace fabric. And there's a good sized piece of that. You weren't stingy with me. And look it up here. Could thread a wide ribbon through that. Told you I was going to have fun today. And here's another piece of a vintage fabric. So it's a checkerboard, like a patchwork type of design, and it's got gingham and little blue flowers. That's beautiful. Look at it with that. The colors ran on some of it. That magenta color must have gotten wet. But I mean, fabric is supposed to get wet. You're supposed to wash it. But I don't even mind that. We don't mind stuff like that in our junk journals. Now we're getting into some paper stuff. I see the Holly Hobby book that I have that I was just talking about. And there's some more fabric-y stuff underneath. So let's just go through this stuff. Too late for the latest swan. Oh, yeah, it's too late for the swan journals, but I can use it in any kind of journal. Look at that embossed swan. That's gorgeous. And I will use that in a journal. I probably won't make more swan journals, but not because I wouldn't want to, but because I have so many other types of journals to make. But I'll definitely use it. I don't know what this note, oh, probably came on this. It says domestic arts or gardening. Oh, so it's a shopping list. A pad of shopping lists. You would just take one and check off what you need. That is cool. I will use that in domestic arts journals. Things a bride might use or prepare in the kitchen. Oh, it's a game. So the letters are mixed up. That's cool. Okay, and she said Hummel. So I'm going to make the Hummel Christmas book, and then I'm going to make just a Hummel journal. This is from 1971. I don't think it's real, like authentic Hummel art, but I have other ones that are similar that I'm going to use, so I'll use this too. We've got some vintage embroidery transfers. I love using these. Holly Hobby. Beautiful Christmas card. Ooh. Holly Hobby appliques. Oh, how cute. I've got to open this. I think Holly Hobby stuff is hard to find. But I have quite a bit now. I have enough to make journals, especially with this stuff that you just sent me. I just have to get them next on the list. So this is probably from the 70s. Let's see. 78, it looks like. Not sure what that's for. One plastic, two identical prints and one plastic applique. Okay. I am not sure what you were supposed to do with this, but I know what I'll do with these. Obviously, she matches that, but then what were you supposed to do with it? I don't know. The main character should be carefully cut out of one of the prints. Oh, using the plastic applique as a guide. The cutout portion may be used alone on an article, or the second print may be used as a background. So I could applique her to this piece and then layer it on top of that so it's dimensional. That's unusual, but I will just use those two pieces on their own. Here's another Holly Hobby. It's really cute. So these are the colors that she was talking about. Perfect. Oh, isn't that sweet? There's a little kitten hiding there. Just an adorable little birthday card from Current. There's a fall color bouquet birthday card from Current. I used to love the Current cards. I would study those catalogs, and I actually drew back when I was a teenager, and I drew a lot. I would draw their designs. Special days in my life. Oh, these are the Hummel pages. So these are just photographs of the Hummel figurines. Oh, these are great. What wonderful journaling cards, and they have the lines on the back. These are wonderful, Pam. Oh, wow. I'm so glad these came, because probably next week I'll be making that Hummel journal. Oh, thank you so much. There's another of those, couple of those prints. Okay, here is General Store. That's adorable. And Holly Hobby. Where did you get all these? I love Holly Hobby. Oh boy. Suitable for decoupage. So there's 3 of the same print. There were 4. It looks like somebody took one. Cool. And this is the book I have. This is in much better shape than mine. But the cover is too big. But I would use the pages. So I will happily cut it up, knowing that I can also have this one. If I want something on one side, I can also use something on the other side, because now I have 2 copies. That is wonderful. Oh, look at those birds. Aren't these just beautiful illustrations? You can see why I love Holly Hobby. And I was a teen when these images were popular, a young teen, and I just loved them. Yeah, now I'm excited to make my Holly Hobby journal too. Look at all this that I have to add to my Holly Hobby stash. Oh, there's so much stuff in there. So this is some beautiful fabric with scenery on it, some houses, some cabins, with smoke coming up the out of the chimney, and fall colors. Oh, so this is for Woodlands. Yep, Woodlands journals. What a nice little bundle you made for me. And this, aren't these neat? They are envelopes that look like birch bark. Oh, I love them. I'm going to have fun sorting these into my, turn that a little, into my collections. And the paper that matches. That's great. And then these little note sheets with the deer. And these really nice, pretty green, almost like parchment paper envelopes and pages. These would be beautiful with some of my stamps on them, and the envelopes too. And these look like Current fold-a notes, or maybe they're not Current, because Current usually has their name stamped on it. But I always love using these. In fact, I'm putting some in my Christmas journals that I had. So those are great. I'll put them with my Woodland stuff, and this note paper also. Beautiful. Thank you. It's so fun that you put together stuff for my collections. This is maybe a curtain fabric, but look how beautiful that is. Oh, There we go. This is the right side. Look how beautiful. It's dimensional. It's got some little sparklies on it. Gorgeous. That'll have to go on a journal cover. The note here says, like candy canes for Christmas. I think this is inside out. There we go. Yes, definitely. So I'll probably use some of this in my final journal and then save the rest for next year. It's red and white pillow ticking, but it does look like candy canes. This is a really pretty, oh, look at this fabric. Wonder if it was, I think it's a table runner because it's hemmed. That's beautiful. Looks like needlepoint because it's kind of, it looks like pixels, what we would say pixels today with the squarish look, but that's what needlepoint would look like. And then this is some sort of a quilting paper. So that'll be fun in domestic arts journals. So that. We're not done yet. I'll try to get done before my camera shuts off because I don't want to start all over. So we have some envelopes here with butterflies, pretty pastel colors with butterflies, blue, yellow, and then just some plain pastel colors. Look at how pretty they are. Here's another butterfly one. Beautiful. And this is sweet. This little boy going fishing, playing card. She sent me several of those. And this little perforated pad, it's vintage, and I can stamp and make cool ephemera with this. And some patriotic playing cards. Here is a Learn How book. I've used this in journals because I've gotten it a couple of times. So I'll use it again. It's really fun to cut these up and use these in journals. And these are always fun too. And these are in good shape. Usually they're pretty ratty because they're so old. So it has the tatting edges for handkerchiefs and cuffs and things. And here's some tatted doilies. I'll have to ask my mother if she still knows how to tat. Think I could get her to tat for me? I don't know if she'd have the patience for it anymore. She likes to paint. Oh, for my strawberry journal. Look at that. Wonder if that would go on the cover of one. It might. And some plain muslin type of fabric. Can always use that. Can dye it whatever color I want. This is a spool of twill something. That'll come in handy. There's quite a bit of that. And some wallpaper border with birdhouses. That is sweet. You just wrapped everything up so fun. Made it fun. There's some doily pieces with the pink centers. And this is like those coaster, wine goblet coasters, but it's tiny. And I love these. Oh, look. Look at these. They are fun. She gave me a whole pad of the one, and they're fun. I love them. These are pages from a little ledger. I like the size of them. And then a sales order book. Nine-inch cheesecakes, $35 each. Cool. Ooh, she sent me something in a frame. There's some strawberry stuff. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous with the pretty pink envelope. And she sent me 3 of those. And this little pad from the American Lung Association, decorated with strawberries. And does this have strawberries on it? Yep, it does. Look at that. I'll have to open up these sheets and see what other themes there might be in them so I can add them to it. This is why she sent this framed piece. Oh, that's beautiful, and it's beautifully done too. Wow. Thank you. Gorgeous. This one was used. It has a lot cut out of it, so the strawberry piece might not even be in it, but I would definitely use that. Even the colors of this envelope would be great in a strawberry journal. This is a little box of beads. Shimmery. My first thought when I picked that box up was seashells, so maybe I will, they're not seashells, but I think the colors and the shimmery look and the pearly look. Oh, she wrote boho on it. That's a possibility. But I was thinking maybe with my beach journal that I'll make next year. There's some crochet edging and this braid trim. That's really pretty. I wonder if she was thinking boho with this one too. These would go really nice together. And a boho bookmark, that's for sure. Look at that. I cannot live without books, Thomas Jefferson. That will go with my boho stuff. Pretty. There's a coaster. And what do we have here? City of St. Clair Shores, Michigan. I forgot to say that Pam lives in Michigan. My pastor's wife is from Michigan. Her family still lives there. So I will have to show this to her. I don't know what part of Michigan they live in. And, ooh, that's cool. Daily time slip. So there's quite a few of them. They'll be fun for journaling spots. And an envelope with this on the back. That's cool. It's 1991 from Lillian Vernon. But look how cool that is. And it's a divided envelope. That is awesome. And she sent me a bunch of them. I'm going to have fun with them. That might have come on the... Oh, look at, there's Michigan. The Ladybug shop. I wonder if this came off of that cross-stitch piece. Some more ledger paper, the little ones, and some address book pages and guest book pages. These are always great to use in journals. Oh, look at that. Airmail envelope and airmail paper. That's great. I love this stuff. Look at these old envelopes. This is so much fun, Pam. The Ada Richter piano course. Look at that. And it's landscape. Look at those children. Oh, these are great pages. These are great. So it has Looney Tunes characters in it. Foghorn teaches Daffy Duck to sing. Bugs Bunny marches. Well, that's fun. And then another piano book. So this already has the pages removed. Makes it easy for me. Very nice. And I like the quality of the paper too. Handy size refill notebook with extra filler with phone recorder. So it must have been sealed like that. Oh, that's nice. So this matches that other little pad that I had. And this slips in. That's cool. I like these. But I'll just use that. And I would probably cut this off and use that as a journal card. I was looking to see if there's a date, but it's old because it was 15 cents. I'm just going to bring the rest of it up. Okay. This was probably used for school. It has, let's see what it says here. Funniest paper pad I've come across. So maybe it wasn't for school, but look at that. There's the front of the dachshund and there's the back of the dachshund. That's why I thought it was for school, because the teacher could line them up on the bulletin board. But maybe that's what they're for. But they're cool, and there's a little ruled portion at the bottom. That's fun. So she sent me several of those pieces. This is really cool. Universal Plotting Sheet, January 1977. Prepared and published by the Defense Mapping Agency Aerospace Center. Well, how cool is that? So look at that, and then look at down here. That's awesome. She sent me 2 of those pages. And this is from a large book. You can see where it was pulled out of the book. Cambria Iron Company, Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Johnstown was the place that was flooded back in the day of Andrew Carnegie and those guys. Because it was flooded from a dam that they built. That's cool. Coaster, VFW, and a straw coaster, a couple of them, and another one of those coasters with a different picture. Some vintage ledger. I always loved the ledger. Look at that one. That's huge. Somebody wrote numbers in it. Guest register. This looks like an old page. So it's a hotel register, I assume. It says, the management is not responsible for loss of jewelry, money, or other valuables unless placed in the safe in our office. There's quite a few pages of that. That's lovely. Love that paper. It's from the 1950s because it says 1905, and then you would fill in the blank there. This is a cool grid paper. That's showing up. It's got the blue lines, and then the gray lines that go across are very faint. And this is a slanted grid paper. I love all these different kinds of papers. More tall ledger. Wow, this is awesome. Look at the color on this one. I'm sorry the lighting isn't good, but like I said, it's a rainy day, so there's not much light coming in here. And the long ledger, that's great. That's it. Yep, I forgot I pulled everything up out of the box. So, oh my goodness, Pam, this was a wonderful Happy Mail, and I thank you so much for sending me everything. I'm going to take some time now to get everything sorted and put away, and I'm going to have fun doing that too. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Pam, for doing this for me. I know it's, not only is it your expense to give me your stuff and to ship a big box, but the time it takes to put something like this together was very wonderful, and I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and have a creative day. Bye-bye.